Welcome to the Blackwell Archives. Daniel Mercer had driven into Hollow Vale expecting a routine survey, not a disappearance into silence. The village appeared slowly through the mist, as though revealing itself only when he was close enough to be claimed. Moss-covered cottages, dark windows, unmoving air, everything looked abandoned, yet not ruined. Recent, not ancient. When he stepped out of the car, his recorder picked up 3 soft knocks. He dismissed it as rain, though the rhythm felt too deliberate. He walked through the empty village, noting how every door was shut tight, every curtain drawn. The chapel at the center seemed the only building that invited him in. Inside, an open ledger listed the same few names over and over across months, as though villagers were logging their continued presence. The final entry was dated 3 days prior. A bench creaked behind him, though no wind blew. Dust lay thick on everything except one clear patch where someone had sat recently. Footprints bare small led toward the door. Outside, the tapping returned, following him between the cottages. Always 3 knocks, always shifting locations. He tried to ignore it as he approached the elder house on the hill. Its door was unlocked. Inside, plates were set for a meal that hadn't rotted, only cooled. Photographs of a woman at various ages lined the mantel, and in every one she stared directly into the lens with unsettling intensity. An open window let in a cold draft. Bare footprints led from the sill toward the forest. Against his better judgment, Daniel followed them into the woods. The air grew thick and still, the silence absolute. Deeper in, he found a clearing encircled by stones, with spirals of dried flowers arranged with unsettling care. While he examined them, a silhouette appeared among the trees, thin, unmoving, watching him. When he blinked, it was gone. Returning to the village felt like walking into a trap. Rain pushed him to shelter inside a cottage. He barred the door, but the tapping resumed instantly. 3 knocks at the door, then the wall, then beneath the floorboards. Something circled the house. When he looked through the window, a figure stood in the rain, human-shaped, but painfully thin, hair matted to its face, bare feet sunk into the mud. It didn't move, it only stared. At some point he fell asleep. When he woke, everything was silent, strongly, unnaturally silent. Bare, damp footprints marked the floor inside the cottage, leading to a pantry where they simply stopped, as though the walker had vanished into thin air. Panic drove Daniel toward the road out of town, but the bridge had collapsed, washed away by rising water that bubbled up from beneath the earth, not from rainfall. Escape was impossible. He retreated to the elder house, hoping for safety. Instead, a cold breath brushed his neck, though no one was behind him. The breathing followed him through the hall, soft and ragged. He fled back outside, across the village square. That was when he saw them, dozens of thin, barefoot figures standing motionless between the cottages, all facing him, all humming a low note that vibrated in his bones. He ducked into the chapel in desperation. The ledger was still open, but now a new line had been added. His name, dated today. The tapping began on every wall of the chapel, surrounding him. Then he noticed the woman from the photograph standing near the lectern. She was impossibly thin, her eyes too dark, her smile barely human. In a voice like dried leaves scraping stone, she whispered, "Stay until the flowers bloom." And as the tapping intensified, Daniel heard the soft rustle of petals spreading across the chapel floor, dozens of flowers blooming in the dark, moving toward him.